Well, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. First and foremost, I got a birthday present at the beer festival. Again, my birthday is May 3rd, so this video will probably be posted after my birthday. But Guy brought me a beautiful Tiku glass from Beyond the Pale for my birthday. Beautiful, beautiful glass, full-on Tiku. My only complaint about the entire glass is I can't hide whose glass it is. I mean, look at that. Look at that white picket fence almost all the way around the glass. Just a little section for you to look at what the beer actually looks like. Beautiful glass, though. I'm amazed that a Canadian, well, an Ontario brewery is making a Tiku glass. Next thing is this beer is going to fail already. I've failed it already. Fuck whoever made this beer. Fuck it all. It's a Niagara College beer. Again, my pet peeve with Niagara College beers is having to go on to Untappd and add it myself. Part of your curriculum should be, since you're learning all facets of the brewing industry, part of your curriculum should be social media. Social media is the new thing. It is the new bastion of advertising and keeping track of your own stuff. So your beers should all be put onto the social media site. Well, onto a social media grading site where you can read people's comments by yourself. They shouldn't have to add it. You should add it. I mean, what, you're making 2 or 3 beers every few weeks yourself? You should be able to add them when they go into bottles and are getting sold. Barista Stout, 5% alcohol by volume. Don't take that as a personal dig to all the students at Niagara College. That's just a pet peeve of mine. Here's another pet peeve of mine. Change your fucking hours on your Facebook site. Your retail store Facebook site says that your hours are different than they are. Again, social media. Go and change it. People shouldn't show up there thinking you're open when you're not. I think get told, no, our hours are this. That's not what your Facebook site says. Just saying. Anyway, again, me just being me. Don't worry about it. So we're going to actually rate this beer truthfully. We're not going to take the Untappd shit to heart. I'm just ranting and raving. 5% alcohol by volume, Barista Stout. So I'm expecting a nice, creamy, velvety coffee stout. That's what I'm expecting by that name. Maybe more mocha-ish. Poured into my Tiku. There we go. When the beer's dark enough, you can hide it. It's a beautiful looking beer, beautiful mocha-ish head, very, very thin bubbles. Lots of snap, crackle, pop to it, though. Looks amazing. What's it smell like? Woo! Woo! The Barista Stout is what I expected. It's a very coffee-forward stout. It smells like a mixture between a dark roast and a medium roast. I'm actually smelling almost Guatemalan coffee in there. I only know that because it is I used a lot of Guatemalan medium roast coffee in my own coffee pale ale that I made. It smells quite similar to that. Nice beer. Cheers, guys. Let's try it. Nice smell, nice look. Just waiting for a few of those giant bubbles to go away. Wow. Yeah, I'd go that that's no... I don't think that that's a medium roast. I think it's a dark roast, but I don't think it's the darkest dark roast. I think it's just past the medium roast to dark roast. Black coffee, that's all you're getting, black coffee. lots and lots of black coffee. With Barista in the name, I was expecting, I don't know, a little bit of lactose in there. I was expecting, not necessarily lactose, but I was expecting, like a creamier coffee or a sweeter coffee or a chocolate coffee. With Barista, I was expecting like cappuccino or mochaccino or latte or any of that stuff. Pure on black coffee, still good, great coffee stout. Still plays on the name, it's just a Barista usually makes fancier coffees, so that's what I was expecting, or at least espresso-ish. This doesn't even go into the espresso for me. This is still regular coffee, just a finer dark roast. Well, finer darker roast. A little bit thin. Shout out to Paul from PA Brew News. Not that I'm really complaining, because I don't think I'd want it to be thicker myself, but if we're looking at it as a stout, it is a little thin in body. Only other dig I could give it is it's kind of one-dimensional. So a little thin, one-dimensional, two main digs on it. Third main dig is, just due to the name, I would think, a more specialty coffee. That one's not really a dig, it's just the third negative I would give it. Positives, if you like Pêche Mortel, this is like the light, watered-down version of Pêche Mortel. The coffee flavors are there. They're in your face. They're not as in your face as in Pêche Mortel, which just blows your face up. Again, I'm not a coffee drinker. If this was as in your face as a Pêche Mortel, it would kill me. But I'm just giving it a thumbs up, because that's what it is. It tastes like nice, fine roast coffee, just like the Pêche Mortel does. Just not as in your face, not nearly as alcoholic, not as full. But I mean, it's a step in the right direction for coffee drinkers. If you are, well, coffee stout drinkers, if you are a coffee lover, again, on the plus side, this thing is you. This is everywhere. It's just coffee. You're not tasting hops. You're not really tasting malts. You're tasting coffee. You'd think you're drinking a carbonated black coffee. At least I think I'm drinking a carbonated black coffee. And it's alcoholic on top of that. Third, even if you're not a huge coffee fan, if you just drink the odd coffee maybe twice a year, like this guy, you can actually appreciate this beer because it's not as full-bodied. I know I gave it, it's kind of thin and not full-bodied and one-trick ponied as Knox, but at the same time they're good things because of the fact that it makes the beer more approachable. All in all, a well-made beer. All in all, an okay-made stout. All in all, this person has promise and they know how to work with coffee. So now all they have to do is thicken the beer up a little bit and give it a little more oomph to it. Unless this is exactly what they wanted. And if this is exactly what they wanted, disregard what I'm saying. I'm just saying what I would do to make it better. And I don't matter. I didn't go to Niagara College to learn to be a brewmaster. I just brew shit in my basement and drink beer. That being said, good beer. What would I rate it? Let's take another good sip and see what I think. Give it a 6.5. I would give it a 6.5. Not something I will buy again. I've already had 2 bottles of it. I had this bottle that I bought, and I had a bottle that was put in a box for me from the college itself, which I sent home with the New Brunswick guys for them to review. So, already had 2 bottles of it. All I'll really need of it, but if somebody brought it over, say the punter or somebody came over and they brought Barista Stout with them, I'd drink it with them with no questions asked because it is a good beer. Just not a beer that is good enough to make me get up, tell my wife to pack the kids in the van, drive out to Niagara-on-the-Lake, walk into the retail store and buy another bottle of it. Not good enough for me to do that, but good enough for me to drink it if anyone ever brought it over again. So to whoever made this, good on you. You did a good job. Again, a little thin, but that's my take on it. And a one-trick pony. And I don't think I can say that's my take on it. I'm pretty sure that most people are going to think the same thing. But if that's the trick you want, if you really want a coffee stout, you found it right here. I mean, if you just want black coffee in your mouth, you've got it. You've got it. Who cares if it's a one-trick pony? You have it. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Thank you very much for making this beer. And bye-bye.